Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams, and today's show is dedicated to the memory and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Monday, January 15th is the King holiday. It celebrates the life and legacy of the man who brought hope and healing to America. We also commemorate the timeless values he taught us through example, the values of courage, truth, humility, and service. My first guests are here to tell us about the 34th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration that's happening on Sunday, January 14th at the Marcus Center for the Performing Arts. Paul Mathews is the president and CEO of the Marcus Center, and Ameen Atta is a Milwaukee student and one of the winners of this year's speech competition. Good morning, fellas.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
Great to be here. Thanks.
Thank you both for being here. And Paul, this upcoming celebration at the Marcus Center is one of the longest running events in the country. And I'm thinking the only other one that goes this long is the one in Atlanta, which of course is the hometown of Dr. King.
That's correct. We're very proud of that.
Yes.
As you know, Dr. King was in Milwaukee in the 60s. During the Civil Rights Movement, and I think that his legacy has continued on, and we've done it as long as we have because there's a focus on young people.
Yeah.
And this has always been an opportunity for us to help these students become our future leaders.
That is what it's about.
That's really what this is about, the opportunity to do that.
And so, if you would fill us in on what we can look forward to this year, because it is always amazing, and this being the 34th year really goes to show that it gets bigger and better every year.
Well, this year it's Stand Up for Truth and Justice, and that theme is picked every year in the spring, and then the interesting thing is by the time it comes around in January, it's always very, very relevant.
Yes,
very relevant.
True.
We're always amazed at that, and of course we'll have a number of groups that'll be performing. We focus on youth performing groups, if you will. Latino Strings, the Tumblers are great. The Native American drummers, for example. But one of the highlights are the young speakers. And we have a speech and writing and art contest every year. We had over 3,000 students participating, which to me is phenomenal, considering here we are 34 years later, and they still want to participate and learn from Dr. King's legacy and carry it on.
Yes, and with that said, we have one of our youth participants here today, which is really special because we can talk about this all day, but to actually hear from the young people and where they're coming from and their thoughts really does make a difference. So, Ameen, we are happy to have you here today. Like I stated, you're one of the youth that participated in the speech competition, and this is the one for 9th and 10th graders?
Correct.
Okay, so what I want to do is first find out what made you want to take part in this particular competition.
Well, I feel like, you know, now in today's society, there's so many divisions among groups of people, and you know, there's so many disagreements and things that go on, and ultimately, although there are different sides and opinions, there's ultimately a right and a wrong. And I felt like it was an important time to kind of discuss that and things that are going on that should be right, which aren't.
Wow, see from the mouths of babes, that's what I'm talking about. And if I were to describe your speech, I would say that it's deeply moving, because when we think about young people his age, we sometimes think that they're more into their iPhones and different things and video games, but really they too are witnessing what's going on not only in our country but around the world, and they have thoughts and opinions, and his speech talks about things like the importance of taking a stand for truth and justice. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about how you feel regarding that.
Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, we just locally and, you know, nationally and even internationally, there's so many things that you could tell are unjust. Like, you just read it, you watch it, you hear it, and you say, wow, like, I can't believe that's going on here in the 21st century. And I feel like people are scared to stand up for what's right, even though a lot of people have the knowledge and they know right from wrong. And I feel like taking a stand is just so important, because once one person does it, it's a domino effect, and that leads more and more people to do it.
Yes, and that's a great example because in your speech you also talked about people standing up, dealing with sexual harassment, with the Harvey Weinstein situation in Hollywood and others who have been accused, and that obviously struck you in a way as well.
Yeah, and I discussed that in my speech, and that definitely led to a domino effect of the whole Me Too movement. And like I said, you know, domino effect, when one person does it, it leads so many other people to do it, as we've seen. And now it's coming out more and more, and I feel like that's what needs to happen, not just in that category, but every category.
I totally agree with you. Paul, your thoughts?
Well, I agree. You know, I just have to say, for people like you and I that do public speaking and are out talking with people and in the media, folks like Ameen put us to shame. When they get up to talk, when they get up at that podium, they're not nervous, they're not scared, they get up and they tell the truth. And it's really exciting. They're our future leaders. And I think it's particularly relevant this year, as Ameen said, about sexual harassment this year. The Me Too movement, the It's Time movement, to which Oprah Winfrey talks so eloquently on Sunday night at the Golden Globes Award.
Said time's up and a new day is on the horizon.
Yep, that's exactly right. And so that's what I mean about how we picked this topic or this theme in June as we start our planning, and then comes around January. It's very, very relevant to current events.
Yeah, it gives you the chill bump effect, that's for sure. So, Ameen, you also stated in your speech, as a Muslim, this is a quote, "As a Muslim, I stand against all those who commit violent and senseless attacks, falsely associating them with Islam and Muslims." Also, something that's very relevant in the news. Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, that's something that, you know, affects me personally, my family, my faith, and just that the generalizations that are out there, that when one attack happens, it's the whole religion is targeted. And that's not just with Muslims, that's with many, many minorities, you know, Hispanics, African Americans. And because that hits so close to home for me, I feel like when a person commits a violent attack, and then based on, you know, some segments of the media and the government and, you know, targeting a whole religion for the acts of just a few. I mean, there are people that are doing wrong actions of every faith, of every kind of group of people. And I feel like it's not about what group they're from. They're good people, they're gonna be good people and bad people. And we've seen, you know, attacks that recently have happened. For example, you know, the largest mass shooting in American history that took place in Las Vegas, and kind of the different reaction, how, you know, just weeks before when a terrorist attack happened by somebody claiming allegiance to ISIS, and the focus was on where they're from and their background and targeting their group, but then weeks later this happened and the focus is more on, you know, the victims and helping the victims, which is true, and that's also very important, but leading back to, you know, targeting that one individual rather than a whole faith or a whole group.
Wow, you really put that nicely.
He certainly did.
I mean, this is obviously one of our future leaders, and that's what this program is really all about. Like you said, you're focusing on the young people and all of the talents that they bring to the stage. But I think what's most important during this celebration every year is to see the melting pot of the many faces and the religions and the cultures and backgrounds that come together, all in the name of love and Dr. King's dream, really reminding us all that together we can make a difference.
Well, that's true. And you know, obviously, Dr. King was very significant to African Americans, and certainly during the Civil Rights Movement while he was active and before his untimely death. But his message crossed all cultures, as we're hearing today from Ameen.
Yeah.
And that's something we take a lot of pride in with the event. It is really multicultural, and his legacy goes across all cultures. So we're able to celebrate that, honor that. And I'm in awe sitting here listening. I've sat next to Ameen before and when he's talked. And we not only want to give him this opportunity to be on stage and speak what he believes, but we've got to keep him in Milwaukee when he's out of school.
Yes, indeed.
We need his leadership.
We need that leadership for sure. And what we have now, we'll just take a quick second to check out an excerpt from a sermon that was delivered by Dr. King back in 1967 at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. And it goes right along with the theme of your event, Take a Stand for Truth and Justice. Let's take a listen.
And I say to you this morning that if you have never found something so dear and so precious to you that you will die for it, then you aren't fit to live. Make it plain. Make it plain. You may be 38 years old as I happen to be. And one day some great opportunity stands before you and calls upon you to stand up for some great principle, some great issue, some great cause. And you refuse to do it because you are afraid. You refuse to do it because you want to live longer. You're afraid that you will lose your job, or you're afraid that you will be criticized, or that you will lose your popularity. Are you afraid that somebody will stab you, or shoot at you, or bomb your house? Yes. And so you refuse to take the stand. Well, you may go on and live until you are 90, but you're just as dead at 38 as you would be at 90. And the cessation of breathing in your life is but the belated announcement of an earlier death of the spirit. Yes. You died when you refused to stand up for right. Yes. You died when you refused to stand up for truth. Yes. You died when you refused to stand up for justice.
That's pretty powerful there, and I am always moved by Dr. King and the words that came from his mouth and the thoughts that he was able to really come up with to change the way people thought and really change the course of history. And it's just amazing when you think about how young he really was in where he was at that point.
Well, that's true, and if you think of, there's a timelessness about what he talked about. For example, back then, he wasn't necessarily aware of what's going on today about all the extent of sexual harassment and standing up to that. Mm-hmm. But his message still resonates when we talk about that and
Always.
taking a stand on that.
Yeah, no matter which speech you listen to, you can definitely put together what was going on then and compare it to what's going on now, and it always really makes sense and stands the test of time, like you said. So again, I wanted to mention some of the young people that will be performing. On Sunday, the Milwaukee Flyers tumbling team, they're very popular. MPS is Milwaukee High School of the Arts Jazz Ensemble, the Latino Arts Strings, and United Indians. And then you have a new group this year, Our Nation for Youth Arts and Healing. So people have a lot to look forward to.
A lot to look forward to. We change it up every year. There are a lot of groups that are interested and want to be able to participate. Mm-hmm. And one of our objectives is to focus, again, young people in a different way, in this case, as performers. And so we end with the tumblers. It's always very exciting since we added them. And I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to volunteer to at the end they have people stand and then.
Oh, I thought you were going to tumble.
Folks, no, but I think I'm going to stand. And,
allow them to jump over you.
Yeah,
okay. They can do it. I've seen them do some amazing things. So.
We mix up the performances along with the speeches and bring the winners of the art contest and the writing contest out on stage. And of course, it's a free event, and then immediately after we're done, we have a free reception, the Paulette Copeland reception, in her honor, because she was so instrumental in getting this event started 34 years ago. Yeah. So it's a full day, but a very exciting day, and looks like the weather's going to be helpful, and there's no Packer playoff, so.
Unfortunately,
we got a clear schedule.
You do always kind of compete.
Yeah,
you always tell Packer fans, like, we'll get you out in time.
Right,
but this time you can kind of just, smooth sailing, no worries at all.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, actually, I just wanted to take a second, because Dr. King was assassinated before I was born, and surely you were not even thought about, probably. So I just wanted to have you really help us understand how someone your age can come to grips with Dr. King when he wasn't ever right in front of your face giving speeches. How did that carry over to what you're thinking today?
I mean, it's a different time period, definitely. But it's the same theme, and it's the same idea, whether it's now or whether it's years ago. And like you guys were saying, what was going on now, like he didn't know what was going to be happening right now with the sexual assault and racism and different things like that. Today, he didn't know that was going to be going on. So I feel like although it's a different time period, it's the same idea, and it's the same thing of including everyone, equality, fairness, and things like that.
Yeah, and he's just a perfect example. All of the messages that he left us with, he really delivers it better than anyone, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just wanted to quickly go over the details of the 34th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration. Once again, it's happening Sunday, January 14th at the Marcus Center for the Performing Arts, 1 p.m. in Elon Hall. It's going to wrap up with a special reception at around 3 o'clock. It's free and open to the public with complimentary parking as well. For more details, you can go to marcuscenter.org or call 414-273-7121. I thank you both so much for coming by today. Is there anything else you wanted to add as we wrap up?
No, that's it. I would say that we've covered it very well, and as I said, it's an honor to sit next to young people like Ameen.
Yes, it is. You did an outstanding job today, and please keep up the great work.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Paul Mathews is the president and CEO of the Marcus Center, and Ameen Atta is a Milwaukee student and one of the winners of this year's speech contest. When we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we're going to continue our tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We'll tell you more about an event going on in the city and how you can take part. We'll be right back.